Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading for the full moon in Virgo. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is a little bonus reading for you all. I'm just going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But the full moon is moving into the sign of Virgo, okay? Just worth noting for those who want to be aware, the new moon will be in Pisces, of course, but the full moon is in Virgo. And it's an extremely powerful force that will affect us all energetically from the 7th of March, okay? Now, you may already be feeling that shift as we move throughout the beginning of the month. The full moon takes place just when Saturn, the planet of hard work, tough love, hard facts, and learning lessons, changes signs into Pisces. So expect to feel extra sensitive as we move throughout this time period. Also a little bit more emotional than usual. However, it does make us more resilient. So it's not to be feared, this energy. It actually helps us step into our power even further by calling us out in certain areas of our life to bring transformation and change. So you can expect to be a little bit more focused on your health during this period, healthy eating habits, sleeping patterns, exercise routines, and you may also feel compelled to source natural products for nutrition as well as alternative therapies. Now, this full moon will actually see you become the best version of yourselves. You know, I'm gonna show you something. It's really wonderful. Okay, you'll notice I'm not going to edit the video or anything like that. When I was doing your reading, I do like a little meditation before we start the reading, okay? I do a little scrying in the water beforehand and pick up the energy. And they literally gave me this quote. This card literally gave it to me in the water. Your guides are helping you, all is well. I'm actually going to, I wrote it down. So I'm actually going to show you, I got a little piece of paper here. I'm just scooching over to get it. Lots of other images came out there, but I love it when they show me something that shows up for you so that I can prove. And basically, I mean, if you can read my writing, hopefully, it says, your guides are helping you, all will be well. Okay, that's what they showed me. Your guides are helping you, all will be well. But they've literally given you, your guides are helping you, all is well. Okay, so that's exactly what they gave me before I even started your reading when I do that little meditation. So I'm definitely picking up on your energy and the messages that your guides want you to be aware of. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that there. Again, maybe I'll put it a little bit closer to the camera so you can see it. Okay, because I'm not just doing tarot, I'm actually channeling messages as I go in the reading. They want one more, so I'll give it, okay? Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What else do they need to be aware of during this period? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Now, as I was saying, you're going to really be focused on becoming the best version of yourself during this time. With empathy and love, you will release any of those perfectionistic tendencies that perhaps cause you anxiety or all that inner critical narrative that we all have at some point, so that you can love those parts of yourself that you've been neglecting recently, whether that's due to a busy lifestyle or whether you've been going through some emotional upset or hurt, or whether you have been you know, going through a lot of responsibilities and you just have not had time for yourself. This full moon Because it is in the sign of Virgo, this will affect you in a way where you start to love yourself a little bit harder and be in service to yourself during this period as you process deep emotions and let go of anything that's been hindering you, so that you can move forward. Now, also, this time period will help you or really encourage you to declutter your home space, balance out your finances, and be in the flow of natural organization. So you're actually going to feel like, you're doing a lot, and it's not going to feel like a chore. You're just actually making stuff happen because of the time influence. Now, also, you may make a little bit more time for meditation or quiet me time. Also, some of you will pick up a good book and settle down to read that. We do have Mars and Neptune clashing during this period as well. So you may have a lot of excess energy that needs to be channeled into productive tasks or ideas, or even going down to the gym. You're going to find a healthy outlet for your energy. Okay, you are very strongly in the law of attraction this month. I mean, you're getting a lot of double numbers. And we got the Chariot. We got the Chariot there as well for you. So this is definitely moving very forward on your path. But what I'm picking up straight away is things have been a little bit difficult, and you may have been going through a major restructure or a major change or transformation in your life. The good news is you're on the right path. And actually, I get a sense here that some of you have been doing a lot of soul searching. Where does it feel like home? Or where is home? I'm really picking up this lifelong search to belong, or this soul searching. Where's my soul tribe? Where do I fit in? And this may be something that will show up for you during this full moon period, because the full moon asks us to really process difficult emotions that perhaps leads us to search our true life's purpose or our calling, and it helps us process emotions of past events that may have been difficult or caused a lot of trauma. So full moon energy is to release all that has gone before so that you can rejuvenate and open yourself up to other cycles of change. Now, your first card here is the 4th house, and this is your protagonist energy. The resistance position, which is anything that's worrying you, anything that you've been questioning, there is your second pile. And the third pile is the outcome, how things work out for you. Okay, and the 4 of Wands and the Chariot indicates success, movement forward, going out there, having fun. But at first, you may be a little bit more of a homebody. You may feel a little bit more withdrawn than usual, just to recharge your batteries during this full moon period. It says home, family, roots, self-care, childhood, personal foundations, real estate, kitchen witch, and shelter. So there's a lot going on in this card. This is you really restructuring your home if you're not deciding to move or relocate. Some of you will be thinking about moving because we do have the Chariot card there, so there is some movement. And I feel like the 4 of Wands really connects to the home space. It is like to arrive home, or to return home, or to a place or a person that feels like home. Okay, so if you are searching for your forever home, or you're going into real estate and things like that, you will find the perfect opportunities during this time. This reading is a little bit different from the usual love, career readings and monthlies and things like that. This is more about how you're feeling, okay? So you may be looking at your home unit, the family responsibilities that you have. You are someone, you always put your family and friends first, okay? I do feel there are instances where you are an overgiver, but because you are a wonderfully generous, loving, supportive person in those people's lives, I feel like you give unconditional love. And that's what's wonderful about you as well. But right now, you may be in a period of thinking about your ancestors, those who've walked before, and those that have passed down the pattern or the traditions, shall we say, from family member to family member. So some of you will be compelled to look at your lineage during this full moon energy, and where you've come from, where you are right now, and where you're headed, which direction you're going into. Now, this is all about stability. The fourth house is about how you value yourself, how you protect everything that you've worked really hard for. So some of you, especially in terms of world events, in the collective, you may be looking outside yourself to protect all the investments that you've made or all the things that you have accomplished so far. So some of you, you're really being very savvy, putting your investments in different like banking institutions to make sure they're not linked should there ever be an economic wobble. I say that because we got the tower energy here, and pretty much every sign is picking up a tower for the month of March into April. So I definitely see some major reconstruction. Now, okay, I don't really like to deliver this message, but it's coming through, and I can't pinpoint it. They're not giving me a place, okay? But I'm feeling strongly an earthquake. I know this is such an obvious thing to say. There's earthquakes all over the world, and we've had those awful ones that have really hit Turkey in the news as well. I mean, I can't pinpoint it, and it's such like an obvious thing to say because the world is always moving. The earth is always moving. So they are showing me earthquake energy though. Okay, so I'm going to decode that energy personally for you. So it can mean a restructure in your life, okay, where you are revamping your life in some way. I mean, we do have Pluto moving signs, which is a big deal in March. And that I often think of Pluto like a volcano, which is like it restructures things. So as things are restructured, it exposes passion and ideas. And, so I really feel that energy. Some of you may be restructuring your life to uncover a hidden talent or a passion, or some of you are literally changing the way that you work or live in some way to expose a better way of living for you. Okay, so I'm just going to decode it in terms of you. Okay, I mean, some of you may have felt like intuitively there are some foundations that you've built in your world that you feel have not been settled, or you feel a little bit uncertain in some area of your life right now. But I feel intuitively you're putting yourself in a really good position, and there's great news here for you. Okay, you're celebrating a win in the future. The Four of Wands is a card of preparation, to have peace, stability in your world, and of course to celebrate something, to bring harmony. So I definitely see whatever decisions you're making in this moment, your future self will thank you for the actions that you are taking. Okay, some of you may feel compelled to be a little bit more nostalgic during this full moon period as well. So you may think of like looking at like photos, family and friends. A lot of you may be focused on your finances, but this is more about where you feel like you're at home. So you're definitely going to feel that influence to do a little bit more DIY or restructure around the house, even if you're not moving. I definitely see you maybe moving some furniture or doing a little bit of painting to refresh, spring clean, maybe even a decluttering of the home space. Now, also, we've got Kitchen Witch there, of course, which really connects to you using organic food substances, herbs, things like that to make a really nourishing food. So you may feel like a little bit more compelled to cook from home, or, do a batch cooking so that you are being very value conscious for the month in terms of, not overspending. So I definitely see all of these energies coming out here. I mean, because we got real estate, shelter, I really feel that a lot of you are perhaps intuitively picking up that economically or worldly there is a storm brewing, and you may be in preparation mode is what I'm picking up there. But the most important, and my guides just pointed out again to me, the most important energy that you are feeling during this full moon is self-care. Okay, because those neglected parts of yourself, I feel like they're running on empty and you're recharging your batteries. It's really important to really think about how you extend your energy and to cut out anything that is depleting your resources. Now, this could be in terms of a person, a situation. It could be food related. It could also be that you are someone who has trouble saying no to helping people out. So, sometimes you take a lot on. You, how can you put that? You overstretch yourself or overburden yourself, or take on a lot of responsibility. And whilst you are capable of doing all these things and you're very self-sufficient, sometimes you take on a little bit too much. So I feel it's really important to readdress the balance there as well. Okay, now you got the Two of Cups. With the Two of Cups, this is about where you love or where you belong. This is also a lot of understanding between friendships and partnerships as well within the home space. So if you have been going through some sort of difficulty or drama in the home space, things start to plateau and find resolutions, and it becomes a much more peaceful environment. There is reciprocity. The Two of Cups at grassroots is all about reciprocity. The energy that you put out, what do you receive in return? And you're not the sort of person to be generous with your heart and your care, your time and your devotion only to get something back. But as you start to take a step back and really recharge your batteries, I feel like you're learning about healthier boundaries and recognizing that no is not a dirty word. It's not a word that, will offend anybody. It's a word that says, I know my boundaries and I'm not going to cross it. You can say no in very many ways. If someone asks you for help and they're always asking for help and they always feel reliant on you, of course, help them out. But there are moments where you can say, you know what? I really want to help you at this time and I will, but I have to do this one thing for me first and then I'll get to you. Because it's really important to make sure that the cup of love for yourself is full before you actually extend to others. Now, some of you may be carers in your life, whether it's caring for family members or children. I really get a sense of, there's been a lot of pressure on you recently, and I feel you are going to be able to release that pressure, blow off steam, and there's a lot more fun, a lot more excitement, and a lot more spontaneity coming into your world as well. So I definitely see you releasing that pressure. Now, we got the Two of Cups and we got the Four of Coins here. Some of you may be in a relationship, long-term relationship, and you're planting roots with that person, either buying a home with that person or settling down with that person. Some of you may even have just met somebody and you're thinking, is this my forever person? The answer is yes. We've got the Four of Coins there. This one is for keeps, okay? For those of you who are looking for love, I definitely see you meeting someone quite by surprise, and you will, I feel like where you meet this person, there is an element here where you will meet this person either through a gathering from friends. It could be a friend of a friend, or maybe if you go and take an invitation that you're given by your friends, you meet a person at that place. It's somewhere where you go out and have fun. You meet this person at that place, okay? So, I don't feel like you are being set up by a person or a friend, but all cards point to you having a relationship here that will lead you to settle down or get engaged to that person, okay? So if you are looking for love, there's definitely love on the horizon for you. You're attracting it. Now back to the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups basically when you apply it to the self, it is about you being in a state of reciprocity, opening yourself up to abundance. You're in the law of attraction, okay? So this indicates you are attracting what your heart truly desires. The Four of Coins indicates what you really desire right now is stability, a foundation, somewhere where you can plant roots or feel like you belong, okay? Also, you're looking for the long term, making sure that you are secure. The Four of Pentacles indicates you're in a cycle of trying to save finances and be very clever about building a strong foundation in your life. Also, I feel a lot of you are taking accountability for your actions in your life in general, taking ownership of all the things that need doing. So, because I feel like you are grounding any plans, making sure they're grounded in reality. I feel like you're attracting something that you really need. Also, I feel this period with the Four of Coins there, this is a card of not letting life pass you by, okay? Recognizing areas of your life where you feel you want to change or restructure because you felt a little bit stagnant or stuck. And I feel you're looking at life and recognizing that you need to get out there or do some things for you that really clears your energy and brings in a lot more vitality into your world as well. And I know life is so busy, we're all doing, and I definitely get a sense here that you have been firing on all cylinders. The tower energy, you may have felt there's a lot of changes going on around you, or maybe even a lot of changes in the world, and you are trying to navigate some sort of difficulty. Some of you may have even separated from a situation or a person or a relationship, and you're just feeling a little bit like lost right now. You may be feeling that you need to make some major decisions in your life, but you will find the answers you seek over this particular moon period, because it actually helps you get organized, get clear, analyze the situation, and make a decision. Be decisive, okay? So I definitely feel that you're in a flow of productivity, and you're shedding old skin. You're literally letting old emotions go. Now, in the resistance position, we've got your guides are helping you, all is well. Now, of course, that's a very big indication, but it's in the resistance position. So you may have felt that you've been, ignored recently by your guides, or you may have been wondering, are your guides there? Are they helping you along the way? Especially since we've got the tower here, there may have been something that surprised you or pulled the rug from underneath you, and you're wondering if, this shock is going to get any worse. I see it actually getting better. I see you healing from this, whatever this is. I actually see a lot of good times, celebration, and things returning for you to a way that is positive. I mean, they're literally underlining all is well. But because we got the tower in the resistance position, they're indicating that you are avoiding disaster. You're avoiding upheaval or change. But because we do have the Lovers card here, they want you to be aware if you've had a very difficult love experience in the past. You may have built a wall against love, or maybe you've got trust issues. They're indicating let love in, or allow yourself to connect to people because they love you. There's a certain element here with the Lovers card in this position with the tower. It's like, what are you avoiding? What are you reluctant? What is it that you're fearing to connect to? Because more of that is coming into your world, and you may have been tested in certain areas of your life and trying to avoid a certain path. And they always say, and that's what my guides are giving me right now, sometimes life happens on the path that we chose to avoid it. Okay, so I feel like there's an important message there for you. I'm going to pull a card on this tower and the Lovers, because you've got a lot of major arcana cards here. You've got the Lovers, the tower, you've got the Chariot, and of course, this energy indicates that whatever upset or whatever difficulty that you've been going through, it has opened your eyes. You have had a bit of a rude awakening. There is change, but you're avoiding, the negative aspects of it, and you will conquer this obstacle, even if it's a personal development obstacle within you. If you've experienced trauma in your past and you've found it very hard to resolve things to help you move forward, I feel like you're making a breakthrough during this period as you move through that justice. Yeah, you're finding a solution. I mean, this is your card. You're coming into your own power. This is about you finding balance, making adjustments in order to, really find the truth of a situation, really face it. And it's like cause and effect. As soon as we avoid something, it comes even stronger into our life. If you are looking for love, but you've been hurt in the past, there may be a resistance. You may feel like you're keeping this new person at arm's length for a while, but this new person, I feel like they will push on through that energy, and they recognize a wounded soul. So they see that you are absolutely worth the effort to get to know on a deeper level. They want to break down those walls, okay? Obviously, they're not going to break them down if you don't want them to, but I feel this person who's coming on in, who's new in your life, will actually make the effort to do that. Some of you, you may have had a shocking bill that came through, and they're indicating that you will find a resolution. And actually, it's not as bad as it seems. I feel with the Justice card that you will work something out, and it's almost like if there's a surprise bill or fine that comes in for you, I feel like you pay it early and there's less money. okay? Or you call up and you contest it and you find a resolution. You're finding a solution to this situation, whatever it is. I feel like you're getting some good karma because there's been a lot of difficult energy. Your guides are helping you to the best situation that will affect you in the most positive of ways. Now, we do have the Lovers card and the Justice card, and these two cards indicate a decision needs to be made by you. So a lot of you may be going over something in your mind. You've got a lot on your mind recently, and you may be trying to find a solution to something. And it may relate to your house. So some of you may be like, how do I purchase a house? Where do I start? What do I need to do? Some of you may be like, I really want to set up a real estate business. How do I get it going? You may be looking for facts and figures. I mean, some of you may have gone through a divorce and you're trying to navigate the legalities of going through that. I feel something that you're trying to do that you've never done before, it feels like uncharted territory. I just want to say that again, just in case it didn't translate over the video. Uncharted territory. I really feel you're navigating that. You're finding a way, and it's going to work out perfectly for you. Again, I get this energy that your future self will thank you for the adjustments that you're making in this moment. Now, because you are someone who is very honest, open, loving, and kind, I do feel like there is someone that you know who will tell you about either a relationship that they're in that is breaking up or having a lot of difficulties. I feel it's important to be impartial in this situation, okay, is what I'm picking up on. It may shock you what this person tells you, but they will confide in you. Ultimately, I feel that that person, they may be going through a separation, but I feel like they will get back with their person, okay? And that's why it's important to remain impartial, because you will see these people, both of them together again. So it's important to not like go, yeah, get rid of that deadbeat. They're awful, because they will actually get back together with that person. And then you'll be like, oh, this may be a little bit awkward. So just watch out for that. That's coming through briefly. Okay, but this is about honesty, openness, and balance. Okay, being honest with yourself to make the changes that are necessary to come out of a comfort zone. Now, the Lovers card at grassroots, it's called the Choice card. Okay, it basically means you are currently in a period of self-reflection, trying to make a personal decision and asking your guides for answers so that you can examine the path before you take the path. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to get a lot of answers this moon period for you. The Lovers card also indicates that you're attracting strongly what you desire, but you may have felt that something you've longed for or yearned for such a long time has not been showing up for you. Now, that could be love, it could be a project. There's an element of expectation here that has not been met for you, and I feel like you're trying to find a different approach. So whether it is love or an opportunity in career, or whether it is, some of you may be thinking about retiring and you're like, when is the right time? When is the right moment? Is it economically viable to do it right now? Some of you may already be retired and you're thinking about what to do with your time. Also, how to put yourself in a really good position should there be any economic fluctuations. I really feel that there's some bigger things on your mind at the moment, as well as all the other things like paying bills, trying to do life, trying to remain healthy. I feel like you've got a lot on right now there as well. Okay, now of course the Lovers card in this position does indicate that some area of your life is imbalanced, or you feel that you needed to disconnect from something or somebody who causes you a lot of anguish, or a situation. As I said, it could be a toxic situation, it could be something, but you're liberating yourself from that. So it's actually a very positive time for you. It may feel difficult. Okay, I mean, it doesn't have to be a person or a situation. It can be like a food substance, something that you love doing or having, but it's not good for you. If you're like me, for example, my knees, they're getting a little bit strained in certain areas because I had a lack of a vitamin, had a vitamin deficiency. So I got back on that and made sure that I upped that intake through natural food substances, and my knees are fine, but it does mean that I have to cut out certain exercises for a while in order to, safeguard those little knees of mine. So, it really is about what it is that you need to focus on at this time. For some of you, you may be like, you know what, I've had a lot of sugar this month, or I've been eating takeout this month, and I'm just going to cut back so that I, give my body the best version of food that I can. And some of you, it may be that you've been over exercising, and so I feel you're really looking at areas where you need to readdress and bring balance to your life in general. Now, the Tower, especially in this position, is a really good position, okay? If you ever get a Tower in your cards, you want it to be in the first pile or the second pile, not the outcome pile, okay? Because this tends to mean that you're liberating yourself from difficulty or some sort of stuck situation, and now you're starting to make progress, okay? So, for some of you, if you've been estranged from a person, a family member, or an ex, you may actually hear from this person at this time. And I feel you will find a resolution with this person eventually in the future, but it will shock you in the meantime. And there is some anger that needs to be processed. It may bring a little bit of disruption to your life in terms of your mental space for a little while, but you love this person deep down. There is unconditional love there. So I do feel like you will find a resolution there at some point as well. Now, the Tower can also be that you are having sudden ideas in order to change or transform areas of your life. They're all happening for your highest good. So welcome in the new is what I'm getting for your reading. And if you feel that any new stuff that's happening for you is worrying you or making you feel uncertain, they're indicating your guides are helping you. You're actually going to receive evidence of that, okay? Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They're giving me two images. They want me to give you to them separately. They want me to give you them separately, rather, okay? So one of them is silver stars. Now, stars, of course, represent wishes coming true, healing, success. Oh, they gave me a new one. I didn't know about that. Refining your life. Okay, so cutting out things that no longer have a place in your life, leveling up. I mean, it can also indicate there's a period of sensitivity silver, they're giving me, because silver, they're showing me silver is important. This could be expanding on your psychic skills. Or your psychic awareness, your spiritual gifts. Can also be that you've been searching for guidance. So that actually does connect to that card there. And I guess to this one here, your 9th house, which is about developing spiritual gifts. So I feel like you will be a little bit more sensitive than usual, but watch out for silver stars. They are important, okay? Now, completely separately, they are giving me a different image. Let me just focus on this one. This one's a little bit difficult. They're just showing me 13. Oh gosh, all these little circles. Okay, it started off with 3, but now they're coming in a row. Let me just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 circles. Okay, now 13 circles. I mean, they're giving me more of an energy of 13 moons, actually, 13 moons. Okay, let me just go a little bit deeper on that. 13 moons, I mean, the 13th moon can be considered the blue moon, and maybe it's like an opportunity popping out of nowhere. Blue moon energy did show up for a sign. I think it was Taurus, actually, but I can't be sure. Could be Taurus or Sagittarius. Blue moon, let me see. Sudden opportunity or prosperity, okay? They're also giving me, it may be the name of something. 13 moons might be the name of a book or a song that will be relevant to you in some way. They are giving me, there are naturally 13 lunar months, okay, in a calendar year. So it may be something that you've been thinking about. It can also bring this sense of this lifelong search of belonging, soul searching as well, pursuing adventure and prosperity. But there's something very precise. I'm sorry that I'm spending so much time on there because there is an energy I can't quite grasp. And I'll always be honest and say, I can't get it. But they want me to persist on it. They're insisting that I push forward and try and see the energy or feel the energy. Okay, they're showing me a turtle. Okay. The relevance. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Okay, they're giving me that 13 moons can be connected to the shell of a turtle. I've not heard this before. I'm going to have to look this up, I'm afraid. But they're giving me, it's a reminder that cycles and things are connected and that we all must live in balance. Okay, so I've not come across that before. I'm going to have to look that up and see what that is, or I mean, that may be part of someone's culture or heritage, and I'm not aware of it. So I'll have to look it up. I love it when I learn stuff because it just helps me be informed in life about things that we're here to learn, right? So I'm going to look that up. But what a wonderful thing to give me about balance, especially for you, my beautiful Librans. You're all about the scales and balance. So yeah, I'll leave that image there. It may be resonant for somebody, may not everybody, may not be for everybody rather. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, you may literally see images over the next 6 weeks of 13 moons or 13 circles that are supposed to represent 13 moons. So look out for that in your every waking day life. Could be the name of a book, a song, or, you know, a prophecy or something. So please look out for that. It says here, your soul has returned to learn many lessons. And I feel like you've been going through a period where you feel tested. And there's been a lot of pressure on you, but you're coming out the other side, and some of the tests that you have been given are to enhance your spiritual gifts, to connect to source in a deeper way, so you can become more sensitive to the messages that you're being given for you in terms of your intuition and guidance. Okay, so be open to that. You know, if an image or a feeling comes into your mind or your body or your heart and your soul, it's a hunch. It's actually more than a hunch. It's your intuition telling you, leading you in the direction to where you're meant to be. You know, it's like your inner compass, okay? So you have been learning a lot of lessons, and these may be the things that you are reflecting on. No one likes to be tested. No one likes to have to learn lessons in life, but it actually makes you stronger and puts you in a really good position to weather any storm that comes your way. And remember, life is about ups and downs. So by being given these tests from a very early age, which I feel like you have been, I feel like you are a warrior spirit, someone who can overcome any obstacle, who takes on any challenge, and every time that you get knocked down, you get back up again. And I can see from your chart that you're getting exhausted, you're fed up of being tested, and you're feeling that your energy is low at the moment. You will recharge your batteries, but I'm feeling that you're coming to the end of a cycle of a very hard lesson or test that you've been going through, and on the other side is peace, tranquility, things flowing in a more natural and easier state towards you, and getting all that you truly deserve and desire that you've been working hard for. Okay, now we got the 9th house there as well as an outcome energy, so that is you learning the lessons to listen to spirit, to listen to your inner guidance. I mean, look at all this. We got the lotus flower there. We've got those stones on top of each other, which represents balance. So you're coming into being. It says foreign travel, long journeys, wisdom, law, learning, adventure, rituals, foreigners, spirituality, and religion. So deepening your faith to source if you celebrate a source. If not, I feel like you're deepening your connection to within yourself and your inner guidance, your inner compass. A lot of you may be traveling, okay? You've got the Chariot card here, so some of you may be planning a travel, a vacation, or you may be actually physically actioning some sort of vacation or travel this month. I definitely see some of you yearning to go on a spiritual retreat or trying to connect to something where you can meet soul tribe members. I mean, it could literally be that you've joined a group that's going away on a weekend or a week where you're spiritually connected, or these are good people, or some of you may be going to a place where you do connect to people who vibe at the frequency that you're at, people who get you, okay? Also, a lot of you may be exploring new spiritual outlets or new ways of connecting to source. Some of you may pick up tarot, or you may be already a tarot reader and you want to move into scrying, or you are using divining techniques to develop and hone your skills. I remember the first time I ever scryed, they're showing it to me in the water, and that's why I'm going to mention it, because they're showing me. I don't like to see me in the water, but when they do that, they're trying to give me a sense of what they want me to give you. And the first time I learned to scry, the first time I did it, it scared the bejeebies out of me, I gotta say, because there I was in the dark, and I had a candle there, and I was really trying to hone in, and I'd never done it before, and I was like, okay, let's give this a go. I feel like I've got to do this, because I had a very strange experience where inadvertently I scried through a mirror in the dark at my friend's house, and I was like, whoa, what was that? Don't like that, didn't like it, it scared me. It actually took me by surprise, okay? And then I thought, you know what, maybe mirrors are not going to be my thing. It happened once, it would never happen again. And then I thought, I'll try the scrying. But it actually scared the bejeebies out of me, because I could see stuff that I didn't want to see, right? And I was like, oh, okay, disconnect from that. But as you start to get into it and hone it, then it becomes a lot more manageable as well. And you can kind of sometimes check in with the things that you want to see rather than the things that you don't. But if it's instrumental to your journey, then you'll see it no matter what, okay? So if you are actually learning to scry or do any of those wonderful things, then I feel like you're going to be really good at it. You'll make progress at it, and quite quickly actually as well. For those of you who, of course, who do not want to do that, you may actually want to take up a reading from someone who is a seer. You may have booked one for the month of March as well. They're going to get extra energy to give you that reading over the full moon period. So your reading is going to be bang on point, okay? Now moving on from that, we got the Four of Flames. Very creative. You are a wonderful individual who's full of talent and beauty. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. You're very good at what you do, whatever you've been called to do in this lifetime. And with this Four of Flames, they're asking you to celebrate yourself during this period, but also that you actually have a very strong support network. Four of Flames is a card of celebration, really great news coming on in, but it's also a creative phase where you're going to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of pleasure coming on in. It's a time for going out and having revelry with like-minded people in good company. This is a card also of making magic with those who are in your world. So whether you're in a relationship or not, things are going to feel a lot more peaceful, a lot more enjoyable. And if you're looking for a relationship, then I feel like you will meet this person when you're out with your friends and enjoying yourself. A lot of you may be yearning to reunite with people that you haven't seen for a while. Now, I'm not talking about an ex. I'm talking about people that you used to just go out and have fun with, because I feel that there is a longingness here for part of you that you feel that you've disconnected from or are detached from. So I definitely feel this full moon period will help you rediscover those aspects of yourself that you want to reconnect to. So if you used to paint, you're going to do or feel compelled to do some more of that. If you used to, lose yourself in a really good novel, you're going to do that. Pick up some music, dance, whatever it is that you used to enjoy doing. I definitely get you having this second wind of really connecting it to it and actually inadvertently rediscovering parts of yourself that may have laid dormant for a while there as well. Now, with this Four of Flames, I also see some of you, getting engaged to your partner if you're in a high-level commitment and you've been with each other for some time. But the Four of Wands essentially is, time to come out of your comfort zone. So you start off in the home space, feeling like a bit of a homebody, and then, you're being encouraged by the universe to get out there and recharge your batteries in a different way, revitalize your spirits by connecting to people who make you feel good, people or situations that just really inform you and change your energy for a more inspirational vibration. Now also we have the Chariot card. I mean, they call it the Chariotess here, okay? So this is about movement forward over obstacles. This is about self-assurance, so building a lot of confidence to overcome any challenge that you've been going through. These two cards are literally like victory cards. They mean triumph. They mean hitting your mark or accomplishing a goal, using your willpower to get to where you want to go, being disciplined and focused to make progress. So whatever it is you want in life, whether you are in a career or whether you are retired or whether you are, a stay-at-home mom and pop, or whether you are, someone who's taken a gap year or just come out of college, whatever it is that is your focus, you will accomplish this. You will have a breakthrough in that area. You have staying power is what they're showing me here. Now also the Chariot card, when you apply it to finances, I feel like You're keeping a tight rein on your finances, but I feel you celebrate some sort of win that may actually bring in a little bit more finances. So as I said, if you get like a surprise bill, you pay it a little bit earlier, you get a little bit money off, or you may even contest it and it's nullified. Some of you, if you're looking to purchase something that is quite high in price, you will find a deal where you actually have a little bit more money in your bank rather than pay full price for it. I definitely get that coming through as well. This card is a card of control, okay, of stability, of learning to see all aspects of your life as essential to your growth. So no matter what you've been going through, the difficulties, the hardships, the wins and the losses, they're all essential to your growth, and they actually help you, put you in a really good position and strengthen you on your path as well. Okay, so the Chariot card, some of you are thinking about moving, and Four of Wands is the home space. So again, some of you are literally moving home, or you're making changes and adjustments to the home space to really give you a breath of fresh air, to make you feel like you are in your sanctuary. I definitely feel that coming through there as well. So this particular full moon energy will help you move through a homebody phase, that hermit phase, give you some downloads and help you with some answers that you've been searching for, some spiritual guidance there. But ultimately, it will open you up to your spiritual gifts, and it will put you in a really good position to move forward in your life, to accomplish goals, and bring a lot of triumph, victory, and success into your life as well. Okay, now let me see, am I getting anything more before I move on? Okay, I haven't looked at this card yet, but they are kind of giving me, I can only half see it though. It's like, it's in the shadows. It's like a lizard, okay? Lizards tend to represent regeneration, or cutting something off to grow it in a more healthier fashion. It can also be about second chances or exchanges. So please take it as it resonates. We got peacock vibrancy. So you're raising your vibrations. I mean, there is a lizard in here as well. So maybe that's why I was seeing that. Why is a lizard? Oh, well, sea turtle protection. I'm just going to have a look at the lizard and see if it would be relevant to your reading, because there's a reason why they're giving me a lizard. Can you please guide me? Thank you so much. It didn't pop out for you, so I don't think it's meant for you. But they're actually showing me in the water a lizard. So there may be something of relevance there for you in the card. Could you please guide me to where this lizard is? It's at the front. They said it's at the front. Okay. Is it here? Front. You may want to fast forward this part. This part's probably not going to be very interesting for you. Don't tell me it's the only card that is missing from this deck. I mean, there we go. There's no cards missing, but sometimes I will literally get a message from my guides about a card, and then I'll go to the deck and it's missing, and I'll find it on my coffee table. And I'll be like, how did it get there? It's like an extra message sometimes, okay? So we got lizard regeneration. And it says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So I do feel like there is some relevance in that card for you, but ultimately they wanted you to shine. They want you to peacock yourself so that you stand proud in your life. You've accomplished a lot, and you do stand out from the crowd whether you like it or not. You are someone who is very attractive. It says here, you were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more things that are good will come to you. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance, okay? Obviously, there's two peacocks there, so you and another attractive person being together if you're looking for a relationship. It's not about aesthetics. It's about the vibe that you're in, okay? Finding your soul tribe is about people who vibe at the same frequency as you. Changing the frequency, Albert Einstein always said it, change the frequency to the frequency of what you want, and you'll attract it quicker into your life. So that's a very important message there as well. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. We've got the death symbol there, which indicates change, transformation. Anything that's toxic, you're eradicating it from your life. You're trying to streamline your energy and create a more efficient way of living so you've got more time for you, more time for fun, more time for friends and family. Also with the skull, it kind of indicates a new beginning, something ending for you, a cycle that is ending, a difficult cycle that is ending to bring in better energy. You're making space for something greater, okay? So that will see you releasing old habits, old patterns from your life so that you can, start afresh. You're in a transitionary period and there's a lot of positive energy on the other side, okay? So also I would say expect some really good news. They're showing me a golf ball. Okay, some of you may literally find a random golf ball somewhere. Maybe that's what they're trying to give me. But a golf ball, it signifies wealth and prosperity. And they're also giving me this energy of you focusing on something that requires your skill or precision. To be precise. It could also be, normally when you play baseball, they say knock it out of the park. But my guys just said knock it out of the park. So if you're up for a competition, or if you are up for a promotion, or if you are, trying to go for a certificate, or you're doing a test, they're indicating you're going to knock it out of the park, which means you're going to win. You're going to be on top. So there will be congratulations in order, and feel very proud of yourself, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? It could even be something that you're trying to change within the community. If you've been campaigning for something for such a long time, I definitely see you winning something there as well, okay? So we'll leave that there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.